Have you ever stopped to think about how different languages actually build meaning? It's fascinating, right? Some are all about efficiency, using one word to do a bunch of different jobs. But others are like master architects, crafting a totally unique piece for every single idea. Today, we're diving into a language that absolutely loves precision, right up until the moment it does.
So let me just ask you this. Could you imagine using the exact same word for the plant sitting on your desk and for the sole of your foot? It sounds kind of weird, maybe a little confusing, but in a language like Spanish, it's completely normal. They've got one word, planta, and it pulls double duty for both. And that right there is the key. Think of words as Lego blocks. Some languages are happy to reuse the same old 2x4 red brick for all sorts of different things. But Finnish? Oh no. Finnish usually insists on creating a brand new, custom-molded Lego piece for every single concept. It's a language that is built for ultimate clarity. Okay, let's really dig into this whole case for precision. To get a feel for the Finnish way of doing things, we're going to put it head-to-head with Spanish. You're about to see just how different their approaches are. It's like night and day. All right, check this out. Here's our first example, the Spanish word planta. Like we said, it can be a green, leafy plant, or it can be the bottom of your foot. So how does a super precise language like Finnish deal with that? Well, instead of one word, it gives us two totally different ones, leaving zero room for mix-ups. If you're talking about a green plant, the Finnish word is kasvi. It's the perfect example of their one-to-one rule. One idea, one special word. There is absolutely no chance you're going to confuse your gardening with your anatomy here. And for the bottom of your foot, the word is jalkapoja, and this is where that Lego block idea really comes to life. Jalka means foot, and poja means bottom. They literally just snap the two ideas together to build the meaning, foot bottom. How incredibly precise is that? Okay, let's do another one. In Spanish, the word sal can be a noun, the salt you sprinkle on your food, or it can be a command, get out. Two completely different situations, one tiny little word. In Spanish, context is the only thing stopping you from kicking someone out when you just want them to pass the salt shaker. But in Finnish, if you want to ask for salt, you use the word suola. Simple, clean, a specific tool for a specific job. No way you're going to accidentally tell your dinner guests to leave when all you wanted was to season your soup. And what if you actually want to tell them to get out? The word is poistu. And there it is again, a completely different Lego block. Finnish just builds that clarity right into the words themselves, separating these ideas from the get-go. All right, one last example to really nail this down. In Spanish, vino means both wine, the drink, and it means he came. I think by now you probably know the Finnish playbook, right? For wine, they have viini, a unique word for a clear meaning. Easy. And for the concept of he came, they've got tuli. It's a system designed from the ground up to eliminate any and all confusion. A language with a rule for everything, or so it seems. Because just when you think you've cracked the code, just when you think you've got the master plan for the Finnish language, it throws you the most massive curveball. Because deep inside this super precise language, there is one word that breaks every single rule we've just talked about. That's right. Tucked away in this language of supreme clarity is a word so famously confusing, so powerful, it's actually known as the king of homonyms. It's a single word that basically rebels against the entire philosophy of the language. And that word is kuusi. Just 5 little letters, but inside them a world of potential chaos. So what in the world does kuusi mean? Well, get ready for this. It means the number 6. It also means a spruce tree. And just to make things really wild, it can also mean your moon. Yeah, the number 6, a tree, and your moon. 3 completely unrelated concepts all crammed into one identically sounding word. So the million-dollar question is, how on earth do Finns deal with this? In a language that prizes clarity above everything else, how do you handle a word that could mean 3 wildly different things? Well, the answer, as you can probably guess, is all about context. Let's try to solve a classic Finnish language puzzle. Let's say you hear someone say the phrase kuusipala. Now, based on what we know about that one little word, what could they possibly be trying to tell you? This is where things get really fun. So, what does kuusipala mean? Well, here's the thing. It could mean the spruce is burning, or it could mean your moon is returning, or it might just mean 6 pieces. Think about that. A burning tree, a celestial body, and a simple number of things, all from the exact same two words. Without more information, it's the ultimate linguistic guessing game. So how do you solve it? Well, Finns use grammar and the words surrounding the puzzle to give you clues. For example, if you wanted to say, I see 6 spruce trees, you'd say, man kulsi kulsta. The different word endings there clarify everything. So, even with this one giant exception, the language still has tools baked right in to bring back the clarity.
So what does all this really tell us? We've seen how a language can be this incredibly logical, systematic thing, but also how it can have these wild, rebellious words that just don't seem to follow any rules at all. And that, I think, is the real beauty of it. Finnish really is a language of precision, of specific Lego blocks for specific jobs. But a word like kuusi reminds us that no language is a perfect machine. It's the quirks, the weird historical accidents, and the puzzles that make them living, breathing, and deeply human.
So that leaves me with one final question for you. What are the secret agent words hiding out in your own language? I guarantee you there are at least a few, the ones with all those hidden multiple meanings. Once you start looking for them, I promise you'll never hear your own language in quite the same way again.